And just when you thought this was so magical, here's another magical thing. Hold on a minute. Do you know what happens next? My brother messages me and he's like, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Alright, hi guys, this is going to be a very quick video because something so magical has just happened to me today, and I thought I really wanted to share this story. So I talk about manifestations and, you know, femininity and all of those things on my channel, and today just this very interesting manifestation happened today that I really wanted to share. So for the past many days I have been kind of lacking behind with my prayers and stuff because I had a little too many ice cubes, and then it really ruined my throat. If you have seen my previous live video, you know that I wasn't even able to speak properly because literally my throat was damaged. It was around, let's say, 5 to 6 days, almost a week. I wasn't able to fully focus and pray or just be my normal functioning self, and so I started to lag behind a little bit with my prayers and stuff. And now, since I'm also somebody who is always on a journey of spirituality and always being connected with my Lord and manifest bigger and bigger things, I'm always constantly on this journey, and the way that it has changed my life, it's obviously very magical. It's right in front of you also. I feel like everything that's happened so far has never been practical. It's always been just magical, and I wouldn't have it any other way, right? Today, after many days, I was feeling normal again. I'm like, okay, my throat is fine, my voice sounds me again, I sound like myself again, so let me get ready, have a creative day. I feel like going out today. I feel like just sitting around in a cafe or maybe a lounge and just be creative. I had a coaching call also, so I talked to one of my clients. I love my students. One of them is from Australia, and we had a lovely chat about manifestations and how to, you know, create wealth and attract abundance into our life with our feminine energy. So this is what we talked about today. However, me planning all of those things that I wanted to do for the day, so I get ready and now I'm about to leave the house, right? And what happens to me all of a sudden, I can't find my card, and I'm like, wait a minute. Now I am somebody who gets really annoyed, kind of, you know, when I can't find my things. If I can't find my things, I get a little OCD. I love having everything kind of organized and disciplined and all that, because that's just who I am, right? And the more I have grown, the more and more my life has only become organized. Like everything about me, my house, always has to be organized, and I like it that way. I'm sure you can relate to that, because when you have bigger important things to do, it just takes less of your mental capacity when you have a very organized life, and I tend to have that for the most part. And now that I can't find my card today, I was super annoyed. I'm like, wait a minute, it's okay, Isha, you can still leave the house. I mean, I have my card on Apple Pay, so even if I leave without the manual card, I'm still gonna be okay. I have Apple Pay on my phone. But here's the thing, I was like, no, hold on a minute, still, I use this card every day. Like, where can it go? That's kind of like, it's not done. I need to find the card before I leave the house. Like, what is this? So I try to find, I can't find it, and I'm sitting around for like 2 minutes, like, what is this happening to me, and why today, after so many days when I want to step out, what is this happening to me right now? So I sit down for like 5 minutes, just like thinking what's happening, and just maybe thinking, okay, Isha, let it go, stop with this control issue, go, it's fine, you're gonna find it later on anyway. Like, where can it go? It's not gonna like walk outside of the house, obviously. I get up, I'm like, okay, do you know what, no problem, ready to go. I pick up my keys, which is like in one of those glasses where I normally have all my cards and like pen and pencils and stuff like that, okay? Like one of those stationery holders that you have on your desk. I go back there to get my keys, and I'm like, wait, this is so strange, because this is where normally all of my cards are. Let me skim through real quick once again. And the funny thing is, I don't find my card, and here's what I find. I find this little booklet. I'm gonna attach it right here. I find this little booklet, which is like beautiful little prayers, like prayers for traveling, prayers for before you leave the house, prayers for if you've lost something, how to find it back, like just small little surahs, small little prayers I have on this booklet. And this is a booklet that my Tayabu, means my father's older brother, they make these, like it's like they have these on their shop, so every time they have a customer, they just give it to them, right? So this was given to me by my own Tayabu, okay, my uncle in other words. I've had this for like so many years, obviously, because it is something important out, and it's kind of always on the desk, but it's not something that I will look at or like hold, and it's been a while. And since so many days, as I said, I have been like off the track with my prayers, right? And then I find this little booklet, and I'm just like, I'm skimming through, I'm like, oh wow, these beautiful, like, you know, prayers. How come I haven't touched this for so long? Let me just put it closer to my heart and just, you know, just be thankful that maybe, you know, God wanted me to lose my card so I can skim through all the other cards and find this. Like, I was meant to find this. And the funny thing is, as I put it closer to my heart, I look on the floor and my card is right there on the floor. Like, hold on a minute. I have been checking my desk, under the desk, above the desk, in the glass, under the books, over the books, and I can't find my card. And now that I have this booklet, I see my card right in front of me. What? It's almost like God wanted me to find this little booklet and telling me, hey, it's time to get back to your prayers. And just when you thought this was so magical, here's another magical thing. Hold on a minute. Do you know what happens next? My brother messages me and he's like, happy Muharram. I'm like, oh my God. No. Like, what? Guys, now mind you that I come from a family where my mother, my brother, my uncles, like highly religious people. They're very well equipped with religious knowledge, right? And I absolutely love that. I think in my own journey, I'm only having to learn more and more as I go, but I'm not on that level like my mother, my brother, my uncles probably are. So that is why I value this booklet so much, because it was given to me by my uncles. So I've always kept that very close to me. But God wanted me to get back to it, lose my card for a moment, find this booklet, and now you have the card again. There you go. It's right in front of me. Like, it was already there. It was already there. I was getting frustrated, looking everywhere, up and down, jumping around. It was right there, but I had to find the booklet first. Now my brother messages me, happy Muharram, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is what happens when you try to get closer and closer to your Lord, and you ask for guidance, and you ask for, you know, Him to bring you closer to Him. Now, I am in no ways like the most perfect Muslim or like the most perfect religious person, but I've always been somebody who's prayed very regularly, but it was more out of fear. It's only been the past recent years where my connection with God is not the one of fear anymore as such, but it's more like love now, right? And I believe when there is love, there is no space for fear. But when there is so much fear, then there is no space for love, right? So my connection with my Lord has completely shifted and transformed and changed. It is one of deep connection, deep friendship, you know, deep guidance, togetherness, deep connection. And this deep guidance, I don't have the word to describe you right now, but it's like I'm always asking for guidance and it's always coming my way. Like, I manifest things like crazy out of nowhere because I ask for guidance. I never sit down and ask God for, oh, give me this, or now I want this car, and now I want this, and now I want... It's normally, like, it doesn't look like that normally. Normally how it looks like, it's like, give me the right guidance so that I can move towards my desires. Bring me more guidance so I can move towards this thing that I now desire. Because as you go, you know, forward in life, you grow more, you want different things, your desires change, you want more and more, or now you want different things. Maybe last year you wanted something different, now you're a different person, now you want different things, and that's okay. I feel absolute no guilt, no shame for asking for more and for changing my plans. I'm always in that process asking for guidance, and that guidance normally always comes to me through intuition, through creativity, through inspiration, through these random thoughts in my brain that come out of nowhere, and it's like, take action on this. This is like your next thing, right? So these creative ideas, these intuitive nudges come to me all the time. I understand that for most of the people, like any average person, doesn't get intuition like that every single day. But I think in the phase that I'm in right now, it's so magical, it's so creative, it's so highly intuitive that like every day I get intuitive nudges. I get this like flow of inspiration, flow of motivation and creativity come through me in my system. It's like I can't even stop myself. Like, it's crazy. Sometimes, in fact, I tell you something, for the past many months I have even lost sleep over this, because it's like So much creativity, so much inspiration, so much intuitive ideas come to me even in the middle of the night, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm at my best creative phase that I'm living in right now, and I absolutely love it, because when you get to finally live in your creative zone of genius, nothing better than that. Like, that is where true transformation begins. Happiness comes your way, more connection tends to get deeper and deeper, and you manifest literally everything, right? And I highly suggest everybody ask for guidance. Stop asking for, I want this thing, I want that thing, blah blah blah. Ask for guidance, and that guidance for you to be able to get closer to that thing will come to you. Literally, that's all you need to ask for, right? Forgiveness and guidance, these are the only two things. And now, by the way, for the ones who are not Muslim, let me also tell you what Muharram is. So my brother sends me this message, Happy Muharram, and I'm like, how did I forget? Right? As I said, I come from a religious family, and now here I am. I'm like, whoa, I forgot it's Muharram. Like, what? Right? And I was listening to music in the morning, like just kind of to get in a better mood, which I sometimes tend to do. It's kind of like a self-care ritual. And I felt so guilty. I'm like, how could I forget? But what a great reminder from God himself that I'm going to make you lose your card for a moment. Like, you're going to go blind for 5 minutes. It's going to be in front of you, but you won't be able to see it, because I want you to find that booklet first. When you find that booklet, the card will be right in front of you. And so anyway, okay, coming back to the Muharram. Muharram basically means the first month of the Islamic calendar, basically, right? So our Muharram starts on 18th of July, which is the first day of the Islamic calendar. So this month is basically going to be our new year, and this is a holy month. It's also considered as the most holiest months after Ramadan. Like, Ramadan is that month where we fast for 30 days, and this month is the next holiest month of them all, because of a few events that have happened. Few valuable, very meaningful things happened. The Red Sea was parted for Moses. Also, something very sad happened during this month also, which we call the day of ASHURA. That's where the grandson of our last prophet, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his grandson was martyred, and his son, 6-year-old son also, and all the women were taken and held captive. And we tend to fast and self-reflect a lot during these days and during the month, especially on the day of ASHURA. It's a time and a month to self-reflect and forgive everyone and pray for yourself more and ask for guidance and ask for forgiveness. So this month holds a lot of weight in the history of Islam. I'm not going to talk much about it, because as I said, I'm not like a scholar. I'm not the most perfect person to talk about things like this. I'm always only learning myself more and more as I go. But I know the importance of this month, and I know that I was kind of drifting away from prayers, and this was just like God's sign that, hey, come back. The important month has begun. You know, what are you doing? This is just one of the things that just keeps happening to me all the time. Magical stuff like this, God calling me towards him, stuff like that keeps on happening to me all the time, and I love this connection that I have. So I just wanted to share that. Like, what a beautiful blessing that is. I would love to hear your like manifestation stories, or like how God is always calling you towards him more and more. Write it down in the comments below. Like, what is the most meaningful and like magical thing that's happened to you quite recently, which was kind of like a calling from God? What was that? Please share it down in the comments below. I am your self-development and your money mindset, abundance, femininity coach, Lady Isha. For all of my self-development tools, ebooks, coaching programs, and online courses, you're welcome to visit my website, ladyisha.com. You can also find me on Instagram. I'll see you guys in my next video, and stay blessed and stay true to yourself and stay connected with everything that is all one, and that is the Creator. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.